Oof. Hi folks, Anders here and welcome to another update on Doug, aka soon to be renamed Hoff, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I was going to do a video last week, unfortunately I was a bit poorly and time ran away with me and lots has happened, really exciting stuff has happened. So firstly, I'll take you for a tour. We have one skylight in and sealed. I know it's a bit messy, but hey, it's fine. Two skylights in and sealed, and three skylights in and sealed. So I did these Tuesday last week. Wednesday we had massive heavy rain and it didn't leak. So now the van is starting to dry out. So the actual body, the cab, this bit here, is watertight, theoretically. I have got one thing that I need to seal. So just down here, there is water coming in, and it's coming from, take you outside, just around this vent here. So that just needs to be resealed. But apart from that, I think, yeah, it's watertight. Hopefully, we'll see. So yeah, so that's where I'm at so far with that. So yeah, the roof has all been completely done and replaced with skylights. They're not standard size skylights for a Talbot Express Talisman, because when we fetch the old ones out, it looks like the fiber's been cut at some point into a larger hole. So I suspect they were smaller. So the ones that have been put in are 360 by 360 mil. So yeah, so all of the battens have been replaced, all new. It's been done with Sikaflex, which one was it, 522 I believe? Yeah, Sikaflex 522, all around the inside, and then on the outside we used the mastic tape as well. So we had a bit of a thing on the roof in that, actually I'll take you onto the roof and show you, because it's not even, the roof was not flat, so we had to layer this mastic. So I'll take you up and show you. There we go. Right, there's roof. So if you can see, it raises there, there, and then goes down again there. So we had to put extra levels on it to seal it. But yeah, so that was done. That was done. And that was done. That's a dirty patch. I've also sealed all around here, where the old aerial was, a couple of patches there as well. May not be the neatest, but it's sealed, and even sealed all of the screws as well, just to be on the safe side. So yeah, that is nicely done. Right. So what I'm working on at the moment is, I've got a guy coming this week to do the welding on the sills above the door frames. So this is what we're working with. So the plan is to cut out to here, just under there, and then go L shape, and then refill along that edge there. So all of this is gone. All I've been doing at the moment is just wire spinny wheels on the drill, just to take it all out back to bare metal, and then started cutting out a few spots where it's just there. These bits here I'm not going to weld, literally I'm just going to brush treat them. That does need a little bit of filler in there. So yeah, so that's where I'm at with that, and again the other side as well. Just started working on this side and started to chip out all of the filler on that. So yeah, so it'll all be welded along here, new plating that's been fabricated, going all the way along, So the whole thing will be cut out and nice and sound, and then on above there as well, that just needs a little bit there. Obviously we're going to be careful because it is fiberglass body and we don't want any splashes onto that, but the guy who is coming to do it for me is from one of the Talbot Express forums. His name's Danny. He came and had a look at it not last weekend just gone. He's worked on these type of vans before. He does restorations and things like that, and he reckons he should be able to get it done. As I mentioned before in previous videos, welding is not my forte. I know very little. So all I'm doing is prepping as best as I can. So when he comes, he's got to do minimal prep before he actually does it. He reckons it can be good. So that's a little bit more positive. What I've done in the meantime as well is I've started to take out all of the internal carpentry around the window here and here and here. There's some bits of superficial rust, but not too bad, which is good because that's the main structural subframe. This is more heavy duty steel than the actual stuff that goes onto the outside. So I'm pleased with that, which means it's not going to cause any more issues once it's done on the outside. So with this front part here, obviously what was happening, it was leaking from the skylight. It was seeping down because there was, if you remember, there was all the loft insulation stuff in here and all on the sides as well. It was all seeping down, going into this wood here and then coming through and going underside there and just rotting it out from the inside. So the water was just dripping and taking it all out. So yes, so that's where I'm at with that. I have tweaked with, sorry, I'm just moving the tripod doobie-doo. I have started to do the electrics. So we had a load of superfluous cables and there was a mystery box, I believe I said about in the last video. Turns out the mystery box was an old ancient sonic alarm. So that's been took out. Found some extra weird cabling going through the main body and stuff like that, which went to nowhere, which looked like it was an old antenna CB radio aerial. So that's all gone. 240 is working, which I'm really pleased about. So I have some mains in here now, so once we've done the welding, I've got a big dehumidifier, so I can just stick that in here for a few days, suck any remaining moisture that's in here out, so it's nice and dry and won't cause any more damp issues. So that's where I'm at with that. So yeah, so 240 is working. 12 volts I haven't tested yet. I need to get a leisure battery because the one that came with it wasn't a leisure battery, and the two was dead. Very dead. I do have an old car battery, which obviously is not ideal as a leisure, but it will be okay just to test a 12 volt system. And then on top of that, I need to test the gas, which is one thing I'm very hesitant to do. I do have a friend who is a gas engineer for British Gas, and he's going to come and have a look at the gas system for me. I know it's very different being internal to, you know, caravan gas, but he's going to be more knowledgeable than me. So that's where I'm at with that. What else have I done? Yeah, let's say I've started stripping out all of that, doing all of that. I haven't done anything more to the interior recently, apart from, as you can see, I've just fetched all of the carpet out from above the cab, so that's all clean and dry because I wanted it to give it the best chance to dry out, and this is all dry. I'm not going to replace this ply here. It seems okay, it's a bit licky, so I am just going to chuck some bleach down on it just to kill off any remaining mould spores and things like that that may be in there. The roof will be plied and stretch carpeted, and I found a guy on Facebook Marketplace who does ply sheets, 6mm ply sheets. They're used ones, so they've got little staples and stuff in, but I'm fine with that. I can pull them all out. Used sheets are 6mm ply, 150 sheet, which I'm hopefully picking up later today. And I've ordered 10 sheets of it, so that'll be enough to do all in there, all above the roof, the sides and so on. The roofy bit that was above here, above the kitchen area, that bit of ply is fine, And in the bathroom, the ply that was there, oh well, no, it wasn't ply, sorry, it was like just a piece of perspex. That's fine because it hasn't got rotten. So yeah, so skylight is done, and that's it. I took out the old fluorescent strip that was on the roof here because, yeah, that was running off a 240, but removed that because I just didn't need it. I'll still be putting more just LED lighting in and things like that, so that's gone. So I have got 240 volt mains. I haven't been able to test, whoops, I'm spinning around. Oh dear. Yeah, I haven't been able to test the fridge properly yet. And I did ask on some forums about it, and they said that because it's a freeway fridge, so it runs off 240, 12. It only runs off 12 when the engine is running, and it runs off gas as well. So looking at the back where I've just shown you, it's very, very rusty, so I don't know if I'll be using that fridge. But this is where the exciting bit comes, is the other day, well, last week I put a post on to a local Facebook group called Lichfield Free Cycle, something like that, asking for bits of ply and things like that, anything like that. And somebody messaged me and they said that their son had a load of caravan / camper van parts. I was like, okay, what does he have? And she said, well, he's got an oven, he's got a fridge, he's got chairs, he's got cushions, he's got loads of stuff. So I was like, okay, bro, I'll pop over. So on Saturday, just gone, I went over, and yeah, so he's got exactly the same fridge as that, which he's given me. It's in much better condition than mine anyway, so that will be changed. I got a 7 kilo Cala bottle from him for free. That's full, so that's great. So I've got Cala gas now. Loads and loads of replacement cushions for all here and things like that. So it's fabulous. They're not quite the right size, but I can make it work. That's perfect. Some floor carpeting. Yeah, my estate car was literally rammed. It was like, wow, so much stuff. So yeah, so really, really big thanks to Marge for that, for helping out with it, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, so that's that. Oh, and I got 2 new seats for the thing as well. Actually, I'll go and show you now. Let's go. Let's go on an adventure. Go show you the seats. Let's go. Yeah, I got 2 new driver and passenger seats. I don't know how they're going to fit, but I shall try and fit them. Yeah, here's one at the moment. So a lot better than the one that's in there. It's got a little army one. This is obviously the passenger one. I am assuming that the thing that's there will hopefully just fit onto the thing. I might have to drill holes or something like that in it. I don't know, but yeah. Okay, big shout out to Marge, because that's amazing. There is all of the cushions at the moment. So these are the original ones. All the cushions have been washed. The foam's been sprayed down, but it is a bit manky. The plan is that this material here is going to be the new curtains. This material here, which I've got 2 massive ones, that's going to recover all of the settees. I've got some blackout blind stuff as well and things like that, so it's going to look good. It's going to look really, really good. So I'll take you back into the van. Ooh. Looks horrible, but it is looking better. Definitely looking better. Yeah, so that's where we're at so far. Oh yeah, this was the weird little device thingy that was the alarm, which I took out, hooked up in a weird and wonderful way. So yeah, so that's where I'm at so far. So with regard to the GoFundMe, I originally set a target of £500. I'm currently standing at £415, which after fees and whatnot works out about 380 because GoFundMe take their own percentage. So thank you very much for everybody that's donated so far. It's amazing. Once I hit the target of 500, I'll still leave it open. Obviously, things like the welding and stuff like that I didn't know were going to need doing, so that's adding to the cost as well. I am trying to scrimp where I can, but I also want it done right, so I shall leave the GoFundMe open. With regards to a few snidey comments that I have had about a GoFundMe, so I've been posting it to my Facebook and things like that, and people have been wonderful and awesome, and very, very little negative comments. And I did post it to a van life forum because, you know, I'm going to be a van life. That is my plan. You know, once this is kitted out, this will be my home. So yeah, so I've had a couple of negative comments. One was, why should we pay for this when there's other things going on in the world? And yeah, I completely agree. There is a lot of other stuff going on in the world. There is a lot of other people that need help equally as much as me. Fully appreciate that. If you actually read the crowdfunder, what I'm doing is for anybody that donates to it, I will give something back in exchange. So obviously my business is Anders Crafts. I make little wooden boxes, jewellery, rune stones, weird and wonderful quirky things like that. So for every donation, if somebody wants, they will get something in exchange as a thank you from me. So I'm not asking money for nothing. I will be giving something back. If people don't want anything back from me, brilliant, thank you very much, I really appreciate that, but the offer is there. You know, I am not a scrounger and I do not want to do it for nothing. I am truly grateful for those that have donated so far, and I'm amazed by the support that I've had, so thank you for that. The other comment that I had was, why did you spend all of your savings on a knackered van? And that I was quite fortunate to have savings. So yes, I was quite fortunate to have savings. Unfortunately, the savings came from a car accident that I had a few years ago where I broke my foot and had multiple other injuries from. So, you know, it took 2 years for that to be paid out. That was always the plan, was to get a van with the money. At the time, I was still with my previous partner and we were going to go and travel together with this. Because of my current situation now, you know, being self-employed, my income is quite low. And again, with all the whole stuff that's going on in the world, people are less reluctant to spend money at the moment, which I fully understand. You know, but I'm self-employed, I run my own business. I can't afford to rent or buy anywhere, nowhere will touch me because I am self-employed. So whilst I am currently staying with some family, I bought the van to live in as a money-saving exercise. So I am not a burden on the state or whatever. So I'm not a scrounger. I never have been a scrounger. I am being as honest as possible about the reasons why I bought this van, about why, what I've used my savings for it. Yes, it was a lot of money for me. I also respect that it wasn't a lot of money for a van. So yes, I was in a privileged position that I had some savings to begin with, which I know a lot of people don't. What I didn't expect was to use all of my savings, and I mean all of my savings, on this when it was sold to me as, you can get in it and drive it away, you just need to recover the cushions and stuff like that, to find obviously all of the problems with the skylights and welding, which had just been patched over with putty and so on and so on. So yes, so I didn't have, which is on me, I didn't have a extra pot of money to deal with repairs of this extent. I had a pot of money aside to do the minimal stuff that I needed to do, but not to the extent that I need to rebuild it. Again, which is why the crowdfunder was taking place. Again, I was reluctant to do the crowdfunding, and it was only because I was encouraged by friends to actually do it that I thought, okay, I will go ahead and do it. So yeah, so I am not a scrounger. Again, for whatever donations come into this, it will be matched with something in return from me, from my business, from Anders Crafts, and so on and so on. So yeah, but again, those who have donated, thank you so much. The negative people, there's always going to be negative people in this world, I understand that. There's always going to be people saying, why should you have enjoyment in your life when I am not? I understand that. I know. So it doesn't bother me, but I just thought I would address those couple of other things. So yeah, so this is where we're at so far with Doug. Made a lot of progress. Hopefully by the next week, we spoke to the welder this morning. He's fabricating the pieces at the moment. So in a week's time, the welding on the sides should be done. Once that's done and in place, I can then start boarding out and stuff like that. I have bought the insulation, one roll of insulation, and that is going to be going for all in the cab, for all in here and stuff like that. And I've used the stuff which I was recommended on one of the groups. It's called Dial insulation from B&Q. It's £18 a roll. It's like loft insulation. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. It's like loft insulation, but it's made from recycled plastic bottles, so it's not itchy or anything like that. It has a good R rating for thermal doobie-doobie-doos and all that kind of jazz. I don't understand it. So yes, I've got one roll of that. So with regards to where the money has gone so far from the crowdfunder, 3 skylights have been purchased at £65 each. So that is nearly £200 gone straight on the skylights, with the materials for it as well. So the battening, the Sikaflex, the mastic, so on and so on, about £40–50 in materials, so that's around about £250. I've had to buy rust treatment stuff, things like that. I've had to buy things like these kind of guys to start prepping it. Yeah, so that's that. And yeah, so the welding, I am not disclosing how much the welding is being done for. It is fortunately significantly less than it would be if I took it to a garage, because a guy is helping me, but again I've got to pay for the cost of materials and time and blah 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 for that as well. So that has pretty much already took me to the £400 point where I'm at with it at the moment. So yeah, so every penny that I have had from the crowdfunder is not going to fund my holidays or whatever, you know, my extravagant lifestyle. Yes, this is my extravagant lifestyle. It has gone straight back into the van. Every penny of it has, and my own money as well. So it's not like I'm, you know, living the life of luxury. I'm putting my own money into this as well, but I wanted to be transparent in where the money has gone that people have donated to so far. So yeah, how long have I been rambling for? 22 minutes. Oh my gosh, this is a long video. Right, so I'm going to end this video there. It is a bit of a longer one, but again, I didn't do a video last week. I will be doing an update next week once the welding is done. I may film some of that, don't know. So anyway, thank you for watching. I will be doing some actual videos on me doing stuff. So rebattening all in here and plying and whatever. But for the skylights, for one, I was working with my family member who didn't want to be filmed, and so yeah, so I didn't film any of that. And in case I made any mistakes, because the last thing you want to see on YouTube is doing something wrong. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff, because I'm a YouTuber. Woo woo! Yeah, thanks guys. See you soon.